wonderful summer. For our newest friends and colleagues in the college, welcome to our caring community, and for those of us returning for a new and exciting academic year, welcome back. I'm delighted to stand before you to report the ways we have collectively made a deep and meaningful impact on our local, state, national, and global communities. We've made lasting impressions on students and friends of the college who will be our best goodwill ambassadors. And I'm also happy to report on the ways that we have supported one another as a unified college. If you had an opportunity to view my budget presentation to the Chancellor a couple of months ago, then you know that I told her our college is on a very special journey. And we're on a journey to a destination where excellence and innovation converge. And I also told her that we have all agreed to take this journey together. A journey that will reposition the college, a journey that will strengthen the college, and one that will also strengthen our ties with our constituents. I assured her that every single person in this room was deeply committed to reaching that destination together, and then I described how we would get there. And as you all know, we will get there by continuing to do differently. And what I'd like to do today is take a moment to recognize the people who will be instrumental in helping us get there. Your college leadership team. You're looking at the people who will work tirelessly for you. We all are here to support all of the faculty, staff, and students in the college, and our job is to support you day in and day out to make our college more equitable, to make our college more just, and to make us more sustainable and strong. And you will notice a new addition to the leadership team on the screen, and that's Dr. Shannon, who previously served as an associate professor in the Department of Communication, but who has graciously agreed to serve as the interim Department of Art chair for this year while that department conducts a national search. If you're a member of the college leadership team, will you please stand to be recognized by your colleagues? And speaking of the art department, I'd like to personally and publicly thank all members of the Department of Art. Whether you're a faculty member, a staff member, or a student in the art department, you've demonstrated resilience. You have demonstrated a nimbleness that I haven't seen before and a sense of grit. And I want you to know that I see you. And I'm amazed at the innovation that you have incorporated by turning and transforming an old dormitory into an innovative learning environment for our students. You've managed to do all of this under less than ideal conditions. I recognize that, and I want to honor you today. More importantly, I want to thank you for demonstrating excellence and innovation, for showing everyone what excellence and innovation looks like. And so if you're a student, faculty member, or staff of the art department, will you please stand and be recognized by the college? Thank you. And there's no doubt that our art department is special in so many ways. But so too are all of the departments within our college. Whether your focus or area of expertise falls within the realm of art or applied design, military science and leadership, sustainable development, sustainable technology and the built environment, we're all dedicated to the same pursuit of excellence and innovation. After all, we're one college, and our unapologetic embrace and promotion of inclusive, accessible, and sustainable approaches to storytelling, problem solving, creative and artistic expression, community organization, and engagement at the local, regional, state, national, and international levels. That's what unifies us. It's what makes us unique. It's our calling card. It's what makes our college extraordinary. You know, when I tell people that we do differently in this college, and it doesn't matter who I'm talking to, it can be a group of students or parents, it can be other college leaders or leaders at the university, I always describe it as difference is a part of our DNA. It's not something we do. It is fundamental and foundational to who we are. Because we don't only seek difference, we don't encourage difference, we live difference. And what that means is our learners are encouraged to think differently. We approach problems from different perspectives. We seek different solutions to long-standing issues. We amplify different voices. We honor the different lived experiences of everyone in our college community. And in doing so, we position ourselves to be the thought and practice leaders in our field. We engage one another. We're creating transformative educational experiences together. We create relevant educational experiences, and more importantly, we enfranchise the experiential education that our college is known for. And sometimes we're so busy positioning ourselves that we don't take the time to recognize the progress. We don't take the time to realize how far we've come in an academic year together. But that's why we've come here today, to recognize one another, to recognize our accomplishments, and also to chart a course for our new academic year. So I want to start our recognitions today by recognizing one of our colleagues in the art department, and that is Professor Isla Prouty. Isla, if you're here, will you please stand? I'd like to take a moment to thank you. Thank you for embodying innovation, your approach to teaching, and your approach to creating these one-of-a-kind experiences for our students, like you did with the Penland Semester Away. It's innovative, it's groundbreaking, and we're grateful to have you here to do those sorts of things. You provided students with an opportunity to engage in intensive studios, to engage in cross-disciplinary seminars, and to delve deeply into regional craft. We're grateful for you. We thank you for the work that you've done. Thank you. DigiFab, if you're a member of DigiFab, will you please stand? And some of us might be thinking, what is DigiFab? Thank you. DigiFab is an interdisciplinary collaborative group. DigiFab is an interdisciplinary collaborative group of faculty and staff members from our art and our applied design departments. They came together because they have a shared interest in 3D design and digital fabrication technology. Last year, they installed their first public group exhibition at the Turchin Center. It ran for 6 months, and it was entitled Transformations. The group's work was also most recently displayed in Brooklyn. And so thank you to all of the members of our DigiFab community. Thank you so much for the work that you've done. I don't know if Tom is here today. If you're here, please stand. Thank you, Tom. It's important that we recognize Tom, who led students to their first place finish in overall excellence nationally at the Phoenix Challenge. Tom, thanks so much for doing that with our students. For those of you who don't know, the Phoenix Challenge is a national competition that starts with a year-long problem-solving project. And the Phoenix Project had participation with over 25 universities across the country. And this project culminates in a formal presentation presentation to a panel of professional judges. So again, thank you, Tom. And also thanks to the team. And I believe the team members included Maddie Felker, Heather Byron, Rebecca Hartung, Neil Johnston, and Sean Byron. Did I leave anyone else out? Okay, thanks so much for all that you've done. Professors Listen and Craft, are you here?
Right here.
All right, there's Craft. Will you please stand while I acknowledge the work that you have done, because this is so important to our graphic communication management students. Thanks to the dedication and hard work of John and George, 5 ACT State students were awarded over $16,000 in financial assistance from the Print and Graphics Scholarship Foundation. Thank you for making a difference in the lives of our students. And since we're speaking of students, I've asked a special student to join us, and I'm not sure if he was able to, but Noah Cornelius, if you are here, will you stand? I'm not sure if he was able to make it. Okay, he might still be coming back from Philadelphia. So, just so you know, this is a super senior. When you see him on campus, he is one of our mighty mountaineers, I like to call them. So when you see him on campus, just give him a pat on the back and a compliment, because Noah is from Waxhaw, North Carolina, and he will be completing his Bachelor of Science in Communication and Electronic Media Broadcasting this December. He's not only personable, so that's why I said go on up to him and give him a pat on the back, but he's professional and he's polite. He's also ambitious, and more importantly, he represents the very best that our Department of Communication has to offer. He not only received the 2nd place in the student sports competition at the National Broadcast Education Convention in Las Vegas this year, but he has recently completed a prestigious broadcast news and sport internship with CBS Philadelphia and Paramount. You're also looking at the 2023 Sinclair Broadcast Group Diversity Scholarship recipient. And so I just wanted to take a moment to congratulate Noah on all of his accomplishments. He really is a fantastic student, and the Department of Communication wanted me to also recognize the work of Noah Cornelius. Yesterday, I had the pleasure of interviewing Laura England for my upcoming weekly vlog series. And that vlog series is going to really highlight notable faculty, staff, and students. I think we'll get to know some people who maybe we haven't had an opportunity to know through this vlog series. But if you don't know Laura, Laura is a practitioner in residence in sustainable development, and she uses her role as a practice leader in climate literacy to instill a sense of hope in students. So often our students think about climate change and they think it's such a big issue that they can't make a difference. She makes sure that students realize they can make a difference. They can change the world. And she gives them the tools to do that. She is a certified environmental educator, and she will play a lead role in our university level quality enhancement plan entitled Climate Literacy and Responsibility, Cultivating Resilient and Just Communities. Laura, we thank you for the work that you do. I don't think she's here. She has a child that is going through orientation in high school today, but I wanted to make sure that we recognize her publicly for the work that she does. And for the 2nd year in a row, Frontline to Farm has helped military veterans transition to careers in sustainable farming and reconnect with the land. They've helped mitigate climate change and build community for these veterans. Frontline to Farm is a collaborative project, and it features faculty and students from the Communication Department and the Sustainable Development Department. Their work has been made possible by a multi-year U.S. Department of Agriculture grant, and I'd like to recognize and thank Drs. Ann Fanatico and Lynn Gibbert, if you're here, for your leadership in this vital community engagement work, and for making Frontline to Farm a resounding success story for our college. If you're here, please stand. I would also like to take this time to recognize Dr. Jacqueline Ignatova. Jackie worked with a Ghanaian colleague through a rural-to-rural partnership grant from the United States Embassy. She took a contingent from the U.S. to Ghana and brought a contingent from Ghana here to work in an equitable and collaborative way to address food security and sustainable agriculture, conflict development and communication, and climate resilience and public health. Please join me in thanking Jackie for her global thought and practice leadership. Dr. Ignatova, will you please stand? Now, Carol Coulter couldn't join us today, but Carol is also an instructor in our Sustainable Development Department, and last Friday, I had the distinct honor of joining a large group of agricultural administrators from the state in Asheville to honor Carol. Carol was inducted into the Western North Carolina Agricultural Hall of Fame on Friday, and she is only the fourth woman in over 30 years to be inducted into this society. For those of you who don't know Carol, she's owner of the Heritage Homestead Goat Dairy. She was instrumental in creating the High Country Food Hub. She's the founding mother and former executive director of Blue Ridge Women in Agriculture, and she's on the executive board of Farm Cafe. Our students are lucky to have Carol in the classroom and on the farm, and we're lucky to have Carol as a colleague. So I just wanted to take a moment to thank Carol for all of the work that she does. And I'd also ask that you please join me in recognizing and thanking Jennifer Heggie, PJ Wojcianski, Sarah Macaluso, Jason Miller, and Jackie Hawk. If you're here, will you please stand? The Dean's Office who joined me in a full day of work on a Habitat for Humanity home that will go to a family of 6 in our local community. We decided to collectively donate our hours to the family with small children as a gift from our college. So thank you all for your time, your talent, and your energy that day. It was a lot of fun. Thank you so much. Some really special sustainability assets that were added to the college over the summer. The first is a gym car, a solar gym vehicle. We are getting this fitted with solar panels, but in the meantime, it is a fully electric vehicle that the college owns. And anyone in here can go to their department chair, if your department chair chooses to participate in this program, and check out the solar gym car. If you have dignitaries on campus, if you have applicants for positions on campus, you may check out the gym car to drive around campus. The great news is you can park in front of any door, so you get door-to-door service. And as you all know, it rains a lot here, so this is important. There's also a small trunk on the back. It's actually a cooler, so you can keep cool drinks for your guests. It seats 4. It is street legal, but because I know about some of the driving habits of people in here, we've made it so that it will not go over 20 miles, 25 miles an hour. But there's air conditioning in it, there's heating in it, and we certainly hope that you will use it. It is for the entire college to enjoy. And Melissa Daniels, who was formerly the administrative assistant in the Department of Communications, so those of you from the department know her well, she took the initiative to really get the Wilcox Plaza renovation underway. And the college was able to supplement the work that she already started. And what you will find can have a nice lunch, where you can have a gathering with your colleagues. We hope that the entire college will use these new sustainable assets that were added this summer. And so we're grateful that we were able to do that as a college together. I'd like to also recognize some of the accomplishments that took place in our military science and leadership area. Our Pershing rifle teams was awarded first place overall in a national competition. Also, our Mountain Man Marathon March, the female team took second place. This is a full marathon with a full backpack. Chris, how much does that backpack weigh?
35 pounds.
35 pounds, can you imagine? And they took second place, and our male team took first place. So we have a lot to be proud of from our military science and leadership department, and I wanted to recognize them today. Colonel Green could not be with us. He's still in training at Fort Knox, but I'd still like to make sure we recognize our very important partners and colleagues in the military science and leadership area. Will everyone in the theater and dance department that worked on the Moors please stand to be recognized? This play was produced last year by the department and went on to receive numerous accolades, including 4 national awards from the Kennedy Center American College Theater Festival. This play was performed regionally. Was it in Spartanburg, Mike?
I believe. Yeah.
So this play has gone on, and this play with our own actors, our production team has been seen throughout the region and recognized nationally. Thank you for the work that you have done to ensure that our students receive the very best experiential theater education. Like to say congratulations to Dan Valley, who recently retired, and Ann Ward. If you're here, will you please stand? Dan Valley and Professor Ward received the Faculty Film and Video Mixed Pedagogical Category Award for Excellence from the Broadcast Education Association when they attended the convention in Las Vegas. Thank you for the work that you did on the WASU at 50 College Radio as it's meant to be submission. Thank you. And it was an honor and a pleasure to join my communication department colleagues as we honored and joined in the honoring of Dr. Nina Jo Moore at the National Communication Association in New Orleans in November. Dr. Moore received the Presidential Citation for Service from the NCA, and it was a pleasure for me to join my colleagues in honoring her. So I know that Nina Jo is not here, but I wanted to make sure that we acknowledge this very critical presidential citation. Michael Rawl, if you're here, will you please stand? Michael is not only the assistant chair for applied design, but he does so much work with experiential learning and with our students. And in fact, he led a group of students who eventually won the Frito-Lay Student Design Challenge in industrial design. So thank you, Michael, for all of the work that you do. We're grateful to have you. I'd also like to take a moment to recognize members of the apparel design and merchandising faculty. Will you stand? Mayor, will you please stand? Recognize all four of these individuals because what you are looking at is a team who are making our first Hickory program possible. Together, they've created a new and innovative approach to apparel design and merchandising. I'd like to especially thank the leadership of Chairperson Davies and also the program coordinator, Dr. Wilson, who have gone to Hickory numerous times, met with community college members. I also know that Dr. Villarreal has done a lot of work with our partners in the area. And Nimet, we appreciate all of the work that you've done to help this as well. We have done everything from design a classroom space, order equipment together, meet with community college partners, and on Friday I know we'll be going down to Hickory again to meet with more partners. So thank you all for the work that you have done and for really demonstrating the ways that we can innovatively take an existing program and change it for a new market. Thank you for the work that you've done. And Dr. Brian Reichel, if you are here, will you please stand? Okay. Dr. Reichel was one of the professors on Mount Everest in May. It was May. And he performed maintenance work on the world's highest weather station as a part of a team. So thank you, Dr. Reichel, for the transformational work that you do and for your practice leadership. I'd also like to recognize and let's take a look at the IDEX lab. If you are someone who works with the IDEX lab, please take a moment to be recognized. Members of our IDEX lab, in collaboration with the Timber and Forest Services, received an award for $200,000 so that the IDEX lab can continue to serve as an experiential laboratory for those of us and those of our students who are involved in the building sciences and transforming the way that building sciences is done, making it more sustainable, making it more resilient, and lessening our footprint on our environment. So thank you for the work that you have done with the IDEX lab. And our STVE department also won the Solar Decathlon Design Challenge, Retrofit Housing Division. This was an incredible award recognized by the Department of Energy. And so what I would like is for everyone in the STVE department to please rise and be recognized for the innovative work that you do day in and day out. As I said, and as you can see, we've made a tremendous impact on our local community, our state and regional community, our national community, but also globally. We had students go on study abroad trips to Czech Republic, Poland, Spain, Ghana, the Netherlands, Chile, and that's to name a few. If you led, as a faculty member, a study abroad program, will you please stand to be recognized so that the college can honor you with a round of applause? I'd also like to recognize two committees that served at a university level and really served the dean's office in a special way. The first one is the Outstanding Awards Committee. If you are on this committee, will you please stand? Later on in the year when we have our celebration of excellence, if anyone has an issue with for teaching, service, or something, you know exactly who to go to. There's a reason that their picture is up there. Really, thank you for your work. And also, I would like to thank the next group. This was our College of Fine and Applied Arts Strategic Plan Working Group. They did a tremendous amount of work in creating what I think is an outstanding strategic plan for our college. This plan will be unveiled to everyone in our college on Monday, and it is a plan that not only describes who we are, but it is a step-by-step roadmap for us to get to that place where excellence and innovation converge. And this group has also decided that they will create measurable and meaningful, specific things that they want us to do as members of the college. So they will also be designing the tactics that will be measured against. And each year we will report on our progress based on the work of this group. So if you're a member of the Strategic Plan Working Group, will you please stand? Thank you for your work. I know that this was a very heavy lift, and I'm very appreciative. And I'd also like to give you a little bit of feedback on all of the things that we have been able to accomplish this year together. If you remember last year, I stood before you and I said, we broke a fundraising record. We raised over $1 million that hadn't been done in our college's history. Well, this year, thanks to our development officer and her team, we've shattered our record. So this year we raised about $1.8 million in gifts and funds and pledges. So we have almost doubled what was a record-breaking year. That couldn't be done without the work of everyone in this room. You make it very easy for us to fundraise. The only thing that we have to do is tell the story. The only thing that Laura and I have to do are take some of the slides, describe some of the accolades that you achieve with your students. I'm so grateful to work and lead a college that is full of people who care, who are dedicated to make a difference, and who make that difference every single day. And so we have been able to raise a substantial amount of money. The average gift size was right under $2,000. We received 468 gifts this year. We also shattered our IBAC app record. We set a record last year. We increased that record by about $3,000, so we raised over $20,000 on IBAC app. That is in large part thanks to our new communication director, PJ Rachansky, who graciously will go out and film videos. Anytime I have an idea, he says, let's go for it. He makes sure that we remain engaged with all of our donors and potential donors in ways that are really unique and that are engaging. And so he makes sure that we don't just create monologues with our donors, but that we have dialogues with our donors. So he is one of the reasons that we are able to achieve what we have. We've awarded over $150,000 in scholarships, and for every College of Fine and Applied Arts student that applied for a scholarship, nearly a third of those received a scholarship. That's thanks in part to our gracious donors. We had over 351 students participate in internships for credit. And our class years with the most donors are from 1986 and 1988. So if you know anyone from those years, don't hesitate to reach out. They're very generous. And we hope to continue to have these sorts of record-breaking years. Our college deserves the very best because you provide the very best service to our students. I'm very excited about some of the renovations that are happening because we're going to be creating these state-of-the-art facilities that each of us deserve to work in and that our students deserve to thrive in. I started this presentation by reiterating that we are one unified college. And so what I'd like to do is to remind you to join us, not only for our celebration of excellence that will occur in November, but next spring, please join us in our College Connect event, where we showcase the very best work of our faculty, our staff, and our students, and we show the ways that we are connected as makers, doers, dreamers, believers. It's all there at the College Connect event, and I hope to see you there next year.